really, isn't it? Isn't it? Well, go on then. Let's start starting. Well, that's ain't that a thing? Ain't that a thing? Another thing that's a thing is where's my damn monitoring gone? I could hear but moments ago. Now I hear nothing. That's irritating. That's very irritating. Especially as I'm going to have a co-caster in a moment, and I just checked this before we started, but hey, nice to see you all here. Hopefully, up for a banger. Been enjoying seeing the development of OLAZAIKA and OLAZAIKA. It was a pretty cracking first series against Rush for GG for them, but this might be a step up in skill set facing up against the SLACKSEATERS with Zach and Happy the Andy. What a duo to be facing up against the Brits again. It seems like a theme for these guys. I'm pretty sure Rush for GG were Brits as well. So some kind of cursing going on there. Fully British vibes. I don't know. Discord, user settings. Just for my sanity. I was okay. Yeah. So you've definitely gone. You've definitely gone. Because it should be beautifully coming through to me. And it is not. Gotta fix that. Otherwise, I won't be able to hear Benitto Burrito. Wouldn't that be tragic? I would say that would be pretty tragic. Come back to me, Benitto. I believe he'll be. Yes. So you guys can hear my echo. But I can't hear my echo. That's what's bugging me. Right now, I should be hearing my echo in my ear. But instead, I'm getting nada, zip, zilch. So, yeah, nothing through the monitors. At all. Okay. Well, that will irritate me. So let us make this. That? That gonna? No. What about that? No, nothing at all. Some freaky stuff going on here. Some freaky stuff. When in doubt, unplug it and plug it back in. Hey! Fixed it. Yeah? 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 Yes! All it took was the magic. Turn it off and again. That's all it was. Classic. You know, people get paid good money for that. just to make sure that they know. You know, unplug it and plug it back in. Gosh, the music's very dramatic, isn't it? I was only fixing my audio, which is the extra fun of it is that was absolutely fine until I clicked go live. So clearly my OBS is cursed. What we won't be is cursed with a long wait time, as I see that we already have a lobby, which is the dream. Absolute dream. Love me a lobby. I see both of them are in. We should be in for a banging set. And actually, I can unmute myself in Discord. That way, when dearest Benitto arrives, he can just hop right in, which is great. Would have been nice if, because there was would have been nice to have seen the maps. Or maybe I can find it. Hold on. What's it called? The friggin' the captain's mode. I bet we can still. I wonder if we can find it there. Trying to find. See, there's got to have a Bob somewhere. No, don't want a Cal's League. No, I don't see any. Don't see any. I don't believe that it's gone too fast. And they must have drafted. Right? They must have done. You don't just hop in now without having done the drafts. Maybe I'll ask. Maybe I'll send Andy a message. There's no draft here. Oh yeah, I thought there was map selection though. Either way, they are in game. They are in game. Well, let us shut that up and shut me up as we hop right on in for a good time of let's change this. Should we change their team? Should we change their names, or should we keep the? I want to keep their real names down here. Let's change the names. Because you know, give them the OLAZAIKA. all right. There we go. That's better. And we can be a little bit behind. Oh no, actually, I tell a lie. We can't be a little bit behind them. We need to be caught up because we need to be able to hop in. It's an interesting first map. Is custom scenario. I've already forgotten the name of this one, but it's funky, super wallable. But we've seen quite a lot of Castle Age aggression so far, and it's been quite successful. So I hope we get to see some more. Is the game sound only coming out of one speaker for you guys? Just let me know if it is. I'm looking over and I'm only seeing one. Oh no, I am seeing both. It's fine. Yeah. It was just looking weird in OBS. I was okay. What's going on there? Well. Tell you what I also need to be able to do. I need to be able to hop into their Discord nice and easy.
Hey, Tom.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's an arrival.
That's an arrival.
How you doing, buddy?
Sorry, did I scare you?
I wasn't mentally prepared. It's good to have you in. How you doing?
Good, man. Good. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. Just had some computer problems, but we're here. We're ready to help co-cast this.
Excellent. Let me make sure that I've balanced your audio. Yeah, that looks okay. That looks fine. Fantastic. I'm going to do a little bit of hopping in between, mainly, to be honest, as much as I'd love to be able to hop into OLAZAIKA's, they speak Russian in there, or whatever, and it's completely useless to me. They're having a great time chatting, and I get none of it. So we hop in, we'll check their communication, but mainly I think we'll probably listen mainly to Zach and Andy, just so we can understand what's going on. SLACKSEATERS dominated in their first set, and OLAZAIKA had a rougher time of it, let's say, because they were facing up against Rush for GG. They managed to take it 2-1. It was a pretty good set, complicated games. So I wonder if OLAZAIKA's managed to develop.
Yeah, definitely interested to see, because I mean, OLAZAIKA's the team. They beat myself and Key, so I'm really interested to see how they play this one out through.
Yes, because so you went the full distance. It was tough. Was that sort of map? Is that down to the maps for you? Like, what are you feeling map wise? What's this one in particular? As we're on it, how's this map play out for you as the experienced player?
Honestly, I've noticed that this map has been really good for rushes, like whether it's a castle rush. I haven't seen very much feudal rush, but just kind of different types of castle rushes. I've been really effective on this map in a lot of the games that I've seen. So I personally, I don't know if there's been any that have gone super late game, but have you seen any that have gone super late game?
I think I've seen a couple where like Imp has been reached, but I think overall most people have been going for a significant amount of pressure on the map. And what a ball law by Zach there. Like two at the same time.
Double ball law.
Flex, absolute flex. But yeah, you're so right. We've seen a lot of sort of like Castle Age pressure, or starting to build that pressure from Feudal Age. And I think against players of this rating, that pressure can be really, really strong, especially with some of the map gens. Not that it, it's pretty much the same every darn time, but there's not a huge amount of res in the base. There's enough to comfortably get up to Imp, But if you're pressuring, there's nowhere to retreat to. There's nowhere to like pull your economy. Your starting TC is right there, and you can't really expand out too far within your own base area. Which means that as soon as that castle comes up right on the front of your base, even more so than on Arena, you're trapped in. And so that pressure is really dangerous.
It certainly can be. And, I mean, you can try to sneak away with a little bit, but the majority of the resources are all in the caves, so you're not going to get very much on the outside.
Yeah. And thinking of, though, both of these players, these teams, let's say teams, both of these teams have gone for what I see as Castle Age, get a castle up and pressure civs. right? Mongol Spanish. That's a unique unit matchup if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, I'm just interested. I think it might even come down if they both end up getting castles down and are fighting conks versus Mangudai. It could be really interesting to see, you know, if one outmasses the other, if one maneuvers the other. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens there.
I would really... What the hell? Look at the food count for the Mongols with all of that they've managed to pull in with the double ballers and stuff. Holy moly. Forget fast castle. We're knocking on fast imp here. Like, Jesus. I actually really wanted the SLACKSEATERS to go for an archery range, as weird as that sounds. I think you're more likely to be able to, like, deny a bit of castle timing with an archery range down.
Yeah.
I mean, stable's fine, but yeah, look at that. Prep for the defense. We're clicking up, but there's no gold collection for our Spaniards. Only just moving over now, which means that our fast castle is not... We're going to have to market abuse, which is fine, I guess.
They might sell a little bit of stone and try to go up because, I mean, they haven't clicked castle yet, and they've got... Oh, that's exactly what they did. They sold some stone.
But they're safe. They're going up. They've pretty much got castle res.
Yep.
I don't know what the SLACKSEATERS are doing because they're not on stone, so we're not castling. We're just knighting this.
I think they're going for cavalry, yeah, or some kind of early castle unit aggression, not out of the castle. Like OLAZAIKA, their team looks like they're definitely dropping the castle, but look how much food and wood that SLACKSEATERS has.
Yeah, I'm gonna, as we're hitting Castle Age with Zach, I'm gonna hop in theirs and mute my mic this time, and have a hear about what they're planning. So feel free to join.
Will do.
Yep, that's fine there. That's fine. We're walling up there, that's nice. I mean, it's a wall down the south side as well. We're expecting conks. And let's build a siege workshop and queue up them step lancers. Knight's fine, that's not a problem. Yeah, that's brill. Need to try and get our base fully walled now, probably with stone walls, so... Right, they're up. Let's see if they're dropping a castle. I'm assuming they are, because Spanish conks are annoying as hell. We're going to go for... We need to send our TCQ for Vills onto gold, because we're running a little bit low. Let's send that army forward as well. Send that knight forward there, by your stable.
It's on allied villager. I would shoot.
We forgot the map.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay, can I make another one?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's send scouts. You know. Okay, here's the
Well,
It's good. It's good. We have good walls. I don't. Yeah, just make three conquistadors right away. And keep them on spot. Use them.
Like absolutely cursed. Like absolutely cursed audio. Like absolutely cursed audio in OLAZAIKA and Zaikas. Okay, well, it's a strategy. Yeah, no castle drop out of the Spanish. They were expecting it. But we're just going full step Lancer against defensive castle conks. This has ended up being quite a good play for ZAIKA, actually, because getting that defensive castle up has put them in a spot. We're going to have to real focus on our siege workshop. At least by seeing that castle there, we know we're not at risk of being killed at home. It might be a strategy to actually wall your opponent in at this point, and then boom. Also, you're muted. Just by the way.
Appreciate it. I was just gonna say, I'm very interested to see what they do with the conks, because I think that if they just got, you know, some husbandry on them, they could really do some serious damage. You know, hit and run, and really mess with them. They're a powerful unit.
They are certainly a powerful unit, but they're a powerful unit that at the moment is trapped inside their own base. So, and I think we are stonewalling up, which is huge, and I'm really glad that Andy has been telling Zach to do that, because if those conks can't get in, they're actually quite expensive, and their usability starts to diminish a little bit in Imp. And if this goes to like a proper Imp fight, the Mongols start looking better and better and better, especially if they've not received any damage. And we're in that position where now we've got that second TC down. Zach is not planning on trying to end this game in Castle Age. This is something where we're aiming to take this to Imp, and we're aiming to try and beat the Spanish at the long game.
I'm curious to see if ZAIKA can get those conks over before it's fully stonewalled. That would be really interesting to see.
Kind of looks like we're trying to find the army.
Yeah.
Bit of micro. And
there's that hit and run.
Yeah. 4 for none. But I mean, this army doesn't really matter a huge amount. It's good to keep it alive, just so it's always a threat, but I can see that they had actually forgotten what the map layout was. That's cute. With the barracks and wall off. I've missed that. I missed that. Bless them. Oh. Where do we go? I'm expecting a third TC from SLACKSEATERS as soon as they get round to it. This doesn't look like there's going to be any more significant Castle Age build-up. 42 vills to 52. And all's well at the moment. Fletching on the way. Fletching?
Husbandry's coming in. That's what they need to get that mobility on those conks.
Are we really going to try and, like, get up to a massive cav archer? Is that what we're going to go for right now?
I think they might be going skirm, like a pure counter. Like, they've got the time to get into it.
I just kind of want them to boom. And they are. Elite skirm on the way in. Not a lover of that. Not a lover. It's not a... I just don't think it's a long-term unit that you really want to be going for. Not against Spanish. When you have something that has mobility. I think cav archers can do much better. Or get a castle up. That'd be nice too. Like. Oh, we're throwing down houses. Outposts to the north of the of Zaika's base. So Zach really wanted to be able to keep a look.
Zaika's looking for the pressure now. Look at the villagers that she sent.
Forward castle. I think not getting a not being prepped for a defensive castle is a big mistake. Because that castle pretty much guarantees that we get in. Like, because you can just focus down the stone walls. It's probably time to do a second layer of stone walls, actually, because it's inevitable that we lose this position, especially when all it takes is a petard. We're on stone now, but it's a little too late. 69 vills, which might be nice for now, but I don't think it's nice long term, because I think Zaika's going to start putting some big boy pressure on. Looking way better than they were in the first series.
I will say Zach has a decent villager lead, but Zaika, she's got all of her cavalry upgrades for her conks that she can possibly get in Castle Age. Both armor, bloodlines, husbandry. So I think she's just fully committed to those conks.
Yeah, and we're not, like, significantly... Oh, bless. Oh, bless. I'm worried. I'm worried for them. That's 4 TCs down. No castle. We're getting a 3rd archery range. I mean, if we can hold from this conch mass, bear in mind that it can only come through a really restricted window. If we can hold, we'll be in a great position. But it's gonna take. We're gonna need to hold for quite some time.
Yeah.
Forward siege workshop, you think, from the Spanish here?
That would make the most sense to me. You know, something to take out those skirms. Yep, there it is.
Now, would you suggest mangonels here or scorpions?
I'm honestly inclined to say mangonels just because I know that they can be sniped by the steps in the night, but the thing is, she's just got so many conks that they could actually wipe out so many more steps for the trade of a mangonel.
Yeah.
And then she just makes another mangonel and she can get that really good hit on those skirms. Also, the skirms have no armor. Oh, it looks like Blue decided to get his castle, though.
Yeah, I think the timing is so much better for Zaika, especially with Imp on the way in. Like, this is 1 TC, so this is all in pressure. The Imp timing, if we start getting Trebs out, this is going to be so tough for the Mongols. Look at that gold count, though. We can buy ourselves up as well as soon as we hit this castle. With a significantly better eco and an unfinished siege workshop.
Oh, that siege workshop's so close. 90%.
Finish, please. Oh, first mango hit. Are we still heavy? But I guess we are still heavy mining that stone.
Yep. Zach's now up to Imp.
Res is... like, there's not a huge amount of gold left inside the base. And we've started to get some manga noodles out. Manga dye change things. When they get up to a mass, they definitely change things. Mangonels stop being as threatening.
I bet Zaika goes for elite conks. With that resources that she's sitting on.
Before Treb?
I think she goes Treb on the forward castle and elite conks on the back castle. Because she's got 2 castles.
Immediate. Oh. Benitto, big braino. He sees it. He knows. Well, I mean, elite conk is...
I've played a lot of Spanish.
Yes. Elite conk is showing. Oh, look! This is a... Look at the stone walls. Oh, that's cute. They too are doing the same thing. completely blocked off. We're like, no, we'll just make sure we wall there as well.
The thing with Elite Conk is though, because when they nerfed Conks and reduced their armor, they gave it back to them with the Elite upgrade. So I think that's what makes the Elite Conks so strong, because they get that armor back. But good snipe though.
It is a good snipe. The Mangonel stopped being that important with the Elite Conk upgrade and some trebs out though. Getting rid of production is always real handy. We're not producing any more skirms.
Oh man.
Second castle. We're going for trebs.
Do you think though, Zach, if he can just outmass, because he's got the eco, he's got double the eco as Zyka.
It's been a great eco boom, especially when the castles come down, right? The mental pressure is on. So there's some real good coaching there to say, no, we're fine, keep producing villagers, don't need to focus like on overproducing military. Diving in and trying to get snipes on the monk, we go for the monk instead of the mangonel.
Monk, yeah.
Five Mangadai for one monk is, I don't think that's a brilliant trade, if I'm being completely honest.
Oh man, but I mean this trade here, all those conks for that, not even that treb there. Oof.
And the mangonel should go down as well. There's a lot of conks. It's only skirms, and we're in a position where we can sort of produce skirms sort of indefinitely. We need more on food, which we should be able to do when we've got 69 on wood. Which again, is that nice?
That's a lot on wood, yeah.
That's some
I
big
bet there's
wood.
gonna be some market abuse happening there.
Wow, it's something 73. It's clearly just where our hot point, our gather point is set. Is just like on wood, and it's always better to make sure that your gather point is set to like a resource at least, and at least that could be sold or transitioned to farms or something.
Yeah.
Trying to focus down that. Ooh, that was risky game.
He's gonna try to get another castle. That's gonna be really risky with four trebs out.
Yeah, but
that castle goes down as soon as that castle's gonna go right down as soon as it gets started. I betcha. Oh.
We see it as well. No, we're focusing on the other castle first.
wrong castle. Oh, there it is.
No armor as well, so it's that's expensive. That's
I
expensive.
think that might be it for Zyka. That's the whole push gone.
Great hold.
Not to try to call it too early, but
No, you're right. Military's gone. 10 military to 25. We were all in on that push, and it was good. It was good, but do you wonder the value of getting those conks in to try and disrupt the eco at the back instead of being maybe a little too passive with them? They know it. They call the GG.
I think she was just a little too passive with them. I think she needed to try to sneak her way in as quick as she could to try to get some damage, disrupt eco, get workers stop working. But good game.
Great game. Good hold from Zach. 142 villagers by the end, all crammed in the tiniest corner. And again, it's fast game. It's a pretty fast game with pressure relatively early on, 40 minutes in. And this one is one that looked like it was going to be very, very late game, like wall up, play pretty passive. But it's turned into a sort of like a clown map with no escape.
Yeah.
I'm just pouring myself a drink, that's all.
Yeah, no problem at all.
That's all. That's why I'm quiet and slow. I'm just getting the bevs in. I guess I should go to the waiting room. While I wait. I'm not too surprised about Slacksters taking the start. Oh, and I guess did you also send me a thing? Yeah, you did.
I did.
You did. I'll add that in now. Why not, eh? Why not? As we're here, we'll add in a burrito. Add browser sauce, isn't it? That's what it is. Video.
These things are just getting more advanced every day.
Isn't it just? If it actually shows up, though. Oh, that's big. I thought I'd copied it, but instead what I've actually done is just put a file path to my stream countdown. I'm such a pro. You'd think that I'd been doing this for a while. Fantastic. I see you there this time. One of these days, I'll become a good streamer. But it is not this day.
One of these days, I'll start streaming.
Well, maybe soon. Let me whack a filter on so you're not over green. Filter. Add filter. Chroma key. Yes. Green. Yes.
There we go.
Like it was meant
Nice.
to be. Beautiful.
Perfect.
Beautiful. The stream is a thing. Let's hope it's 2:00 so Tom can go back to bed soon. I'm alright, I'm not too tired. It was an early work day today. I take it you were working as well.
I was not actually. I mean, it's Sunday, so a little bit of a day of rest for me.
Damn.
I'm on that Monday to Friday schedule, so I get my weekends. I'm very fortunate for that. But given the holidays, I'm actually not back to work until this coming Thursday, so I've got most of this week too.
Wow, what a position to be in.
More time for AoE.
It's as is right and proper. More time for Age of Empires is totally necessary. I, however, no, I'm in work. I was in work all this weekend. I'm in work tomorrow. All of next week.
Yeah.
New Year's. No, we don't do that either. Going to events, they said. It's fun, they said. Turns out people watch things on holidays. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think they're in the next one just yet, but maybe they're talking over their oh I'm just sort of hovering over Zayaka's Zayaka's stream to OLAZAIKA. She's got the like most weeb ass background I think I've ever seen for Age of Empires. Sorry, Zayaka. Outing you as a otome game weeb, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that Zach has something equally Japanese culture focused. That's the next thing we need.
Yeah. Hovering over Zach's stream, it looks like he's still focused on Zyka's base from the previous game, but that's too funny. Zyka's got the anime couple kissing in the sunset over serene water.
Oh, is that water?
It's great.
It looked like a sort of like sky castle thing from where I'm looking at it.
Oh, I mean, it could be a small reflection, and I don't know. There's lots of clouds. It's very scenic.
It's very, yeah.
I didn't realize you could get those kind of custom backgrounds I guess on the game.
Mods can give you everything, huh?
That's true. Very
do
true.
Do you think Zyka's got like modded game sounds, like the Age of Empires villagers, like yeah, chopping wood, senpai. No, sorry, Zyka. I'm not bullying. I'm not bullying. It's just the first time I've seen that in a while. That kind of, yeah, love it. Love the vibe. Love the vibe. I would also like. So they have a lobby. They ban the Byzantines and the Georgians, and I think that's great. And we're going to Valley. Well. And they're in a lobby. They're doing this very properly. I appreciate that. Chat back. What do you want to see from Zyaka and OLAZAIKA in this second game? Like, what's their improvement? Do you think that we just need encouraged aggression?
See, I always find this second map is interesting because typically, water control will lead to a lot of like a higher, percentage of victory on this one, and especially with Valley. I think Valley, the water is even more important than the other map because. I mean, as we saw with the game that I played with Key, we actually forfeited water and went for a crazy aggression with a transport ship dropped off for a donjon rush. But this map is not as easy to do that because similar to caves, you have only those two small entrances. So you just quickly wall off, and whoever wins that water in the middle, I think is going to have a really good time playing into kind of Castle Age there. But yeah, so I'm getting rained on here. With bits.
The bits are behind you. Why are the bits behind you?
I don't know.
You're on top of the
I'm
bits.
getting rained on over here.
Well, there we go.
But,
Rain those bits on on Benitto, everybody. All the bits on Benitto. Get your bits on Benitto. No, don't do that.
Blessed by bits. That's too funny. But yeah, no, I think the water control can be really important. What's really interesting with the way the water is kind of laid out on this map, though, is I think there's a good opportunity to use land units or buildings to your advantage to kind of take over the water as well. It's not it's a really skinny pond. So
we love a skinny pond. I also love her being in the game. Are you in as well? We're just gonna go to.
I'm just bringing her up.
We're just gonna go to real time, just because that way we can hop in. And I'm not expecting, shockingly, a huge amount of like feudal aggression, because it's very unlikely to get in. So much food, Jesus Christ.
There's a lot of food on this map.
Porna, so happy that we finally see some Valley action. Porna of souls, maker of maps, stealer of hearts. Koreans versus Persians. Now, I've been on a bit of a Koreans binge recently. Certainly, if anybody's been watching me on my channel talk about the Koreans, they're currently pretty darn strong in deathmatch. I don't know how much that translates to RM these days, and it's not a civ that I would have initially expected, because while this water control is really important, I think demos might be the thing that I value on this kind of no microable slither of land. So, like, demos and fires, big. And I worry that Koreans cannot do that because they don't get demo. But they could tower the whole damn thing. Like, that's the swing round, is that they could just... They don't need to fight for water, they just need to make sure that their opponent can't have it, which I can't think of many civs that are better at that when the water is this thin than the Koreans.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think if they, because each tower along even one side of the coast can range all the way to the other side and, you know, further down. So I think water control is going to be really interesting to see how it goes this game, given the prospect of towers, you know, no demos. I'm here on the water. Appreciate you adding me into this.
Hey,
onto the land here too.
I didn't want you feeling left out, and the stream would be, chat would be in, they would be raging if I didn't get some beautiful Benitos onto the stream. There we go. We managed to fight off a tiger, which is very respectable, as ZAIKA does indeed go forward with a Vil to make sure we get a dock, and it's a great dock spot.
Yeah.
Kind
It's
of
an aggressive dock spot. She's docking near blue.
Yeah. And blue only just getting their dock up now. Not that it matters necessarily a huge amount, but the timing of getting a fishing ship out first, it tends to be quite handy, but not necessarily at these players' ratings, right? Like, it's...
Yeah.
Always taking it in the context of like, this is a small advantage, but is it a small advantage at this rating? Not really. Not when we've had 23 seconds of TC idle time with 17 Vils compared to the 19 of Zach, who's done a really good job of constantly kind of pumping out villagers. Only 6 seconds of TC idle time. I liked 2 Vils coming forward to make the dock. I think that's way more secure. You're very unlikely to lose a Vil to the scout in that situation. I think it's just a bit more defensively minded, let's say. Like,
yeah, especially considering he brought 2 Vils out with no loom, whereas ZAIKA brought 1 Vil down with loom. So
should we add larger fish? Says Hypnos, like 10,000 food. No, have you seen? There's already 11,000 food here.
There's 50 food and 200 per fish. Or is it more than 200 per fish? No, it's 225 per fish.
There's genuinely 11.2 thousand food just in the big fish, not counting the shore fish where there's another 14. So there's 14,000 food of.
There's a little scout fight going on now. Is ZAIKA gonna lose her Vil though? That's the question.
I wasn't a lover of that fight, because that's now you know, we were taking that with our Dark Age scout when we were on the way to feudal, and it upset the fishing Vil, but now no matter what, we lose this scout, which also means that we lose the unit that could potentially have defended our villages at the front in that early feudal age. So a risk, though the timing should be good. Going for a second dock, really going to push that water. If I'm ZAIKA, I don't even fight for it. I just tower it.
Yeah, and I mean, she could tower right by that relic, and then both docks are under tower fire. Yeah. I will say it's very good uptime by Zach there.
Yeah, minimal idle time. We're up comfy. I do think that we're going for a fast-ish castle type build. Look at that. We're even pulling the Vil back from the front. Yeah. I think all of this, we're effectively going to throw this water away and just lean into trying getting up to castle.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a bait, and I think those 4 fishing ships is going to give her enough food to kind of push her to that vast castle.
Yeah, I don't hate it, but it's what we're gonna do at the back of that. Yeah, market blacksmith, and
we might see some red phosphor wagons come out of Zaika, perhaps.
maybe it's swaggy. Okay, there's a tiger fighting chomping on a villain. Zach was going for another like double boar pull. But this one was going to be greedy. Like he was going for that. That Vil was on the way to those boars.
He said, "No, I think I'm going for a stone gate instead."
Yeah, which is sensible. I love me some stone gates here. Again, this is another one of those maps where, if anything, going forward and just walling in your opponent's exits. I don't like what are they gonna do? There's not a huge amount of gold inside. Like there's 8,000 total, which is great. That will get you to imp, and you can fight with that for a little bit. But it is really important to be able to move out and secure the rest of the map. And you can kind of get trapped in here pretty easily, especially by a civ kind of like the Koreans that can do that with a crap ton of Korean guard towers.
Maybe Zaika's actually, I don't know, she's not gone to stone, so I don't think she's going for the red phosphor wagons. She might be going for, and I'd love to see this, turtle ships. That would be crazy.
It would be crazy.
Fast castle turtle ships.
It would be crazy with, I mean, we did try and redock.
Yep.
It would be strong. But, and turtle ships are great against feudal age fires. Like, but the numbers is, I worry. I very much worry, especially because I would like, if we start making some galleys now as well, we can sort of patrol this whole water and we're never going to get up to enough.
Oh, yeah, there's the turtle ship.
Baller.
Turtle ships. That's great.
And it's turtle ships from two docks. So we'll definitely get 1 or 2 out. That's a guarantee.
She might have to like garrison them inside her dock until she has 3 or 4 though.
Oh yeah, if we just trickle them out, they will still die to this number of fires. But we're not trickling. We are doing the garrisoning. We are definitely investing. It's a strat. I still think I probably would have preferred towers. Not that
I think I would have preferred towers as well.
Not that I would have enjoyed
at least a
casting.
tower here to keep them off the docks.
Yeah. Just to secure, even if it's just to secure the crossings, actually, as well. Like, I like the fact that we've got shallows that mean that we can't just wall to the water. That's a nice little.
She's dropped. Oh, and here comes the turtle ships. They're doing a number.
Yeah, well, they two-shot the fires, don't they?
They do. Wow.
And with some repairs as well. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my. But I think we can just getting rid of the dock. I love that we got rid of that dock first before running away. Love that.
Yeah.
Go and get the war galley upgrade. See if we can pump out as many additional fires as we can. The other thing that we could do is mix in a few demos as well for the Persians. Obviously, demos don't do great against turtle ships because they have so much friggin' HP and they're tanky as all heck. But they're really scary, and every time a turtle is focusing on trying to kill your demos, they're not killing your fires, and your fires are getting close and starting to do some damage. And if we can get some surrounds on, the turtles are so slow.
Yep.
Maybe it's...
3 versus 7.
Do you think it's worth getting...
I'm curious to see.
What is it? Careening? Dry dock pretty soon. Do you think dry dock will be enough to make
those
it
turtles.
3 shots?
I think it's 3 shots already, I believe. Now that they're regular fire ship. But those regular fire ships are doing a number on those turtles now.
It's costly though. It is costly. I don't know if it's quite the right amount of costly though. As we clear that up and we're not really able to produce, and we were so all in on that. Like we've got no food. We're not producing bills. we were all in. We were all in on the turtle ship, and I think we expected the turtle ships to win us the water, but you kind of have to be on water already for that to work, and we weren't.
Yeah, and she would have needed more as well, I think.
Yes. Okay. Second TC on the way down. We don't have enough on food right now to produce from 1 TC, so we're hard transitioning onto farms, and we're not even having to think about farms just yet because we're able to take advantage of the 10,000 fish that we're going to be able to take for the rest of time, especially with completely securing the map. And we are locking this down. Zach and Andy looking groovy. Might even have a quick step into both of their discourse to see where they're going from here. BRB.
Select gold miners. Yeah. And, no. Too much. Like, yeah. Select gold.
Давай просто.
Выдели людей золото. И сделай 5 ферм. Потом поставь. И потом все. Окей, мы делаем его.
But we're in a really good spot. We've got Ward to control. You just need to keep a good idea on what he's doing right now. It's Koreans. I need to ladder check. We know what he's like, so it's probably going to be more wagons.
Well, I'll build a barracks.
Yeah, that's fine. That's brilliant. And finish that stone gate. We didn't finish it. I didn't even notice. I know Tom's joined. He's probably thinking, let's go swords. Let's go swords.
He's right.
Don't think we will, Tom. Sorry, mate.
You fuckers.
Yeah. We've got banning fishing ships. That's great. That's outposts. We need to get a good inkling of what they're doing. We're in a really good spot. And I think we just boom into Savar, to be honest with you. Maybe Savar and Commanderan would be.
Oh, there we go. Savar and Commanderan. Oh. It's a choice. It's a choice.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad choice against the Koreans.
Yeah.
I'm quite interested to see what Zaika ends up doing because they're already predicting war wagons. But
I think it's sort of at this stage. I'm quite worried for them because now we're significantly behind in eco. We're super late doing that transition. Yep. We were so dependent on getting it. Like, look at the kind of defenses that we have in play. It's only palisade gates. If we start just throwing in some knights now, there's no defenses in play. We're moving out with some vills. And I'm not sure what we're trying to achieve here. Forward castle again? Maybe.
Yeah, perhaps forward castle on the water. But I mean, it's kind of late. I like you said, I would have really liked to see some towers. I think towers, even just a couple. Oh, look, there's a castle foundation.
That's
kind of between the water and the. Oh, that's blues. Yeah,
it's blues. It's a weird one because it stops access to that gold, but
Yeah.
that's so
Zyka's
funny.
got one on the other side. Look at that.
And it's spotted, right? Like, we know it's there because of the
Oh, yeah.
docks.
Yep.
Nothing we can do. Night comes over, so we're at least gonna probably kill one or two vills here.
That's gonna be deadly. That's gonna be deadly. That could be a doubt castle.
If there was a few more, then yes, but I think there's enough
yeah, I
vills
think
to
you're
get
right.
this up. Especially if
Yeah.
oh, not if we mango our own vills.
Oh! And then a second night comes. No, I think the castle still goes up. Yeah, there's walls coming up now too.
Well
The
done
castle
with the
goes up.
walls. Well done with the walls.
Yeah, there we go.
And we'll buy our
Let's get
way
it.
up. So we should win the Treb War. Actually, that's funny, and we do remove the viability of 3 of these docks. But look at how easy it is to save these fish. We just need to transition them to
Yeah.
one of the other docks. It would be super easy to do. We could just do that. We don't need to lose them all. That's fine. There's a lot going on, you know. It's fine. It's hard, you know. It's fine.
Rams.
Imp on the way in first for Zach. That's not what I thought was going to happen.
Oh. That's gonna be brutal for Zyka. Oh, and Zyka's going in now too. But they're halfway behind.
Second castle on top of the base. They are stonewalling up behind as the knights started to pressure the palisade gates. So we are stonewalling all of them, but all it takes is like 2 petards, and we'll be through those stone gates. They're not the defense that we think they are. We've got some war elephants. Okay, let's go. Fletching on the way in for those castles to make them a little bit more deadly.
This is just so hard to come back from given the eco lead.
It's a rough position. We could even we could actually even get our onager upgrade and just chop through the wood as well. Like, we've got so many options here as we go into early imp for Zach, and I think we're pretty trapped in what should have been a pretty defensive fight here. And oh, please make sure you've locked the gate. We have. Oh, thank God. That was. Just imagine you go over to try and repair, and
I hate how those villagers group up. Like, they're not. They're all in the same corner, pounding on the gate.
I'm just respecting the guy at the very, very back who's able to like repair the gate via the force, like telekinesis.
Yeah, he's just
villager.
like whacking the guy in front of him, forcing the next guy to hit the next guy to then get the gate.
A really important fortified gate there. Conscription before going for any petards. Clearly petards are overrated. We go for a defensive castle. I like getting a defensive castle up. I also actually like building it that little bit further back, just in case there were trebs popping out that were going to help us pressure. We've got monks in place to try and convert some elephants. So there's been some good calls here from OLAZAIKA for Zyaka, saying like this is what you need to be doing. These are the kind of things that we need to counter our opponent, which is great.
Yeah.
It's going to be an impressive hold. We haven't made any villages for a while now. We've been kind of stuck in that 70 zone, and this is a lot of barracks. Oh God.
50 vil lead is just really hard to come back from though at this point.
And look what we're
I'm just
doing. We're going. It's fine. Let's just stonewall
Oh.
up. She can stay in there.
Let's trap him in.
Yeah. It's the guarantee. One of the big... I've seen so many people lose on arena and arena-style maps by, you know, their opponent thinks that they have got them trapped in their base. They've destroyed all of the base, and actually what they've done is build TCs all on the outside of where the normal safe area is, and and they're expanding out there, which kind of looks like that's what Zaika's attempting to do. It's definitely important that we secure some gold and resources out into the wider world. She just really needs to make sure she doesn't bring these Cavalier over there.
Yeah.
Defensive treb out. And a bombard.
Nice. I like it.
Love me the bombard cannon. I think that's a great addition here.
I like the bombard as well. Gives her some mobility with her siege and can snipe some, key things.
Yeah, that castle's done. That castle's gone. Savar on the way in though. That'll be big.
Yeah, I think as soon as a Savar mass comes, it's going to be really tough to defend. I mean, if Zaika can mass into some helps, she could bring it back. But I'm just, like I said, I'm worried about the Persian eco lead right now.
We're definitely aware of it. We're gonna get a free elephant. Oh, we opened the gate!
Oh no! Oh, no!
There's only one monk. Oh. They got the conversion.
Oh, they killed them all!
Then
They killed them all!
he deleted them. He deleted his elephants. Free war elephant there for Zaika.
Oh man.
I love the moving out. But
That's actually really funny.
Bless. We're getting up to a help mass now. There's 10 on the field, 8
Yep.
more in the queue. It's not enough to
And I
deal
think
with the
some
20
archer ranges are
Savar.
coming up.
They're definitely going to go.
Ashbow?
Yeah, oh yeah, they're commanderang crossbow into this as well for sure. But like, look at the res that we've got in the bank. What we actually need is as many. We've got like 10 archery ranges on the way down. Mate, we needed 8 stables because we got the res for 8 stable Savar production. We don't need 14 archery ranges. We don't need 14 archery ranges.
I mean, she could, or not she, Zach could go hand cannon, and I think that would actually do pretty well, and spend the food and gold. So.
Well, we've
But
managed
I think
to.
he's committed into crossbow.
Yeah, we've managed to spend the gold. 15 Savar turns out quite expensive. Who would have thought? We are still on gold. There's 29 on gold, which is almost DM gold, levels of collection. And I love the expansion. Like, Zaika's doing the things. It's just that little bit later. I don't know what Zaika's actual rating is. Hypnos probably has a command.
I believe. Let me just double check for you real quick. Zaika Sira Zaika is 1100, whereas Oladushek is 2035, and Zach is 1115, and Happy the Andy is 1756.
Yeah, I think Andy is the lowest rated, like, captain, let's say, the lowest rated backseater. But Andy and Zach, they've played together. They've got some good synergy, and Andy knows enough about the game to I think be pretty good support. And their communication's been really, really strong as well. So that's real handy. Oh, some worries here. Where's our cannon galleons? We had some elite cannon galleons knocking about. Where are they got? They would have been useful to be bringing into the fight, but they look like, I guess they've been deleted for pop space?
Perhaps.
Odd.
I mean, you know what? I think they probably were, because if you look, Zach was PopCap before this fight began.
Yeah, when we had fires that we could have deleted that are far less useful. like cannon galleons.
You've got a
could still
powerful
be-
elephant.
Yeah. It is a very powerful elephant. There we go. We've got a castle on the way down as well. The Savar mop up that army, even though like they were fully upgraded for the Korean halves. We're not fully upgraded on our Savars yet. Even with our res, we still only have forging for Zach, which that could be improved. That could definitely be improved. Another castle on the way down, but it's going to be facing up against Zayaka's castle, which is on the hill. We're able to get up to our massive commander and crossbows so fast because we have 14 forward archery ranges. Which is,
Yeah, that's going to be tough to get that castle up.
especially with the Savar just beelining for it. That's going to be so tough. Vilkank goes down, castle gets doubted. SLACKSEATERS is looking so tidy. I think they're definitely one of the more threatening teams.
Yeah.
For
They
reaching
play a
the
really
finals.
solid defensive game and offensive game.
Yeah, absolutely. There's some good stuff that I'm seeing from Zach. Pretty experienced player for being lower rated as well. Played just so many games. So like,
Oh, and the Savar being let in now. But the help, they're cleaning them up pretty quick.
yeah, I would have liked them diving in and getting the siege just to help our push, but it's okay. I'm saying we've got the res. We've actually only got 6 left on goal. We do need to move out and find more. It looks like we're focusing on stone collection to just throw more castles down, but this is giving Zayaka time.
It is. She's using that trap to snipe a crossbow one at a time. And then the war wagons come back.
It'd be really nice to have some siege on the field for Zach. Like, Persians, we get bombard cannon as well. It doesn't get siege engineers, so not the best, but like that would be handy. Look, it's a keep. We remembered we can make them. Yeah, some bombards would be really nice here.
Yeah. I think if Zaika also made like an onager, that could really seriously hurt those crossbow.
Korean onagers as well. Do you know why Korean onagers are so strong?
I do. They have the minimum mangonel range, and I think if I'm not mistaken, they did take away the extra range.
They
though,
took
did
away
they
the
not?
extra
Like,
range. They took away the extra range. We
Yeah.
can all be grateful that they took away the extra range. Because, oh my god, in deathmatch, the Koreans with their minimum range on the onagers is just insane. Because with super minimal micro, when an army comes to kill you, your massive 10 SO will wipe them out because you can just wait until they get close enough that all of your onagers hit. it's filthy. Are we gonna try and chop our way through with the trebs? Are we gonna treb cut through the wood line?
I'd love to see it, but I think he's focused on those keeps or the gate or both.
Bit of both. It's
Is that another forward castle by Zach?
no, it's a forward
they're calling it
GG. Which is fair. The score is sizable. The map control is huge, and the SLACKSEATERS have they've looked so good today. They're definitely in their element. Definitely been comfy. The most uncomfortable game for them was game number 1, and I think their game plan worked out fine in the end. So
Yeah.
congrats, GG's to them. Who have I got?
We can't forget, it's not the end of the line of OLAZAIKA. They could bring it back in the losers bracket.
They could bring it back in the losers bracket. I mean, they still have a chance, right? Let me battle of the backseat. So that puts them against. It's Goodark though. Goodark they're a threat. They're a threat. They managed to take out Greetily. Poor Greetily. Who took a game off Sands of Sloth. And Sands of Sloth, they knocked out Rush for GG. So it means that we've got a banger of a semi-final though in the winners bracket. Gambiteers versus the Slackseaters. Both of which 2-0'd their opponents in like the round 2. Which tough ones because they were winners as well. So 2-0 here is pretty good, and that puts. I mean, I really like Goodark. I might even be favouring them against Zayaka here. We'll see. I'm intrigued to watch it.
Yeah.
I wonder, do you think our winners will appear?
Hey.
I'm here.
Everyone.
Hello.
Andy is.
We've got the whole squad. Hey, Zayaka.
Hey.
Hello. Oh, just stop cheering, Jesus. We're talking. That was a rough one. They came at you pretty hard today. I loved your game 1 aggression though. Was that a strat that OLAZAIKA pushed you towards, or is that one that you felt was yours? A nice conk push.
No, of course it was OLAZAIKA. It's OLAZAIKA all the time.
Well, did he drive you wrong today then? It's all his fault.
It's just because I'm at OLAZAIKA's now, and everything is a bit different, and I'm just not used to the I don't know everything.
Yeah. I
can say I can back her up here. I'd say OLAZAIKA's strategies work only for him.
Actually, yes. That's what I told him, that I can't micro so much like him.
His strategies are so bad, but he's really good at the game, so they just work. For anybody else, you can't get your head around it. So I do feel sorry for him.
For you guys, certainly when your attempt in game number 1 to like push through and do a bit of damage, swapping over to a different scene, and push in, and then he found conks defensively at home. Did that throw you off, especially when that pressure then was turned around and was right on top of you? How did you feel in game 1 when the pressure was on?
I was a bit surprised. That's why I kind of had to switch into skirms as opposed to just continuing the step lancers. Yeah.
Good. Excellent.
Basically, yeah. We obviously with OLAD, I was like, he's gonna go castle like an all-in push. That's what he's gonna try and push out. So we were just like, I was trying to get to Zach. Let's just get a good eco going, and let's do the famous strategy of boom skin, because it's actually a really good counter to what we have. What they have. So that was the idea.
You forced them into a hamster match. It was disgusting. If anything, I mean, you should be just sick with yourself. I don't know how you can be proud at all, but there you go. Game number 2 though, after you managed to hold in game number 1, somebody went for an even more interesting strategy. Korean turtle ships. Turtle ships.
I should have saw it coming.
They were supposed to be OP, but
they were pretty OP. They were pretty OP, but only against the feudal age units. They were like 2-shotting, but it's so tough. Like, they're ridiculous in deathmatch, like absolutely ridiculous, because you can get the numbers up nice and early, but in early early Castle Age, you can never get the numbers up. You need kind of like 6. As soon as you get like 6 out, then there's not really anything that can deal with it. But if it's only 4, just the numbers of fires overwhelmed, and we were so fast onto like additional docks for Zach, so they pretty much had a prepped counter to what you were doing. I love it though. We were super happy to see some turtle ships.
Yay, that's great.
Which is always the dream. I was worried when I saw Koreans on this map that we were going for the incredibly OP strategy of putting towers all the way along the water. Because I don't know how anybody's going to beat that. Because yeah.
Do you know what? I didn't even think that was a possibility. I did not want to tell Zach about that.
Yeah.
That could happen. So if that happened, I'd have been like, I don't know what to do. Good luck, Zach.
It's just it's just looking at the width of the water. Korean tower on the edge ranges the whole thing. So
yeah.
Oh god, imagine if that had been like turtle ship and towers. GG, mate, you would have been done. You would have been done. You would have had to have focused on the land aggro so much earlier. There's some great stuff though.
Another I was gonna say another boom and skirm, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, to beat people like Olad, you have to hamster, and I hate saying it because Tom knows how much I hate hamsters, but sometimes it's got to be done. And I feel like we hamstered pretty well there. And that was kind of the only way we had to play.
You hamstered well. There was some great eco booming. OLAZAIKA did some really nice sort of like getting out of the base and throwing additional TCs down, but was so far behind in the Vil count after going for some pretty all-in strategies that didn't manage to pan out this time. Great set though, and I appreciate you both playing. Nobody is knocked out, obviously. There is another game for both of you. Gambateers versus Slacksters in the semi-finals, now that we're moving to best of 5s for our winners. And we have another set with OLAZAIKA facing up against Gudark, which that's going to be a banger. Like, Gudark lost to Gambateers, which so I'm very excited to see them face up against some OLAZAIKA strats. Can they face the pressure? Can OLAZAIKA learn to not try and make somebody over micro? Who knows? We shall find out in the next sets. But thank you both all for playing and backseating.
It's to be continued.
It most certainly is to be continued. We'll love you and leave you. We'll end the stream. I think I might have to go over to my own stream now because I think I've got some deathmatch to do. So yeah, thank you
for hosting.
It's a pleasure.
On a more personal note, Tom, I can't wait to watch this VOD back and just hear you huffing and puffing over hamster.
I barely
enjoy that.
I barely even mentioned it.
Just Andy. He actually questioned the skirms. He's like, skirms? Why would he do that?
Scam OP. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right.
Great game, guys. Great games.
Au revoir.
Thank you. Au revoir.
Thank you, GG's. We gotta go.
Excellent. Benitto, thanks for coming along with me. I appreciate it. As always, a great joiner in, and I will see you another time. Thank you everybody in chat for hanging out with us. There will be another set of this to come, and we shall see who will cast that as well. So much love. Goodbye.
Thanks, guys.
We'll get raided somewhere. Somebody do a raid. Mods. I need a mod. Goodbye.